What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Daisy Ridley may indeed star in a Lara Croft Tomb Raider reboot. The 23-year-old English actress confirmed she is in early talks to play Lara after being linked to the much-hyped project this month. The star told The Hollywood Reporter at the Empire Awards on Sunday before clarifying she hasn't been offered the role. There have been conversations. I'm waiting for someone to say, I want you, let's do it. She also revealed that there isn't a script yet, but she says she would absolutely love to do it. I'm trying to fill up my calendar. Ridley, who plays Rey in Star Wars The Force Awakens, is a strong proponent in co-star John Boyega, who portrays Finn. The 24-year-old actor voiced his support for Ridley at the ceremony, saying he immediately envisioned her as Lara. He speculated, I played Tomb Raider the game and it's a new take, and I think the movies are going to be based on that version. I texted Daisy and was like, this is you, and you need to get on that because you could be Lara Croft. She should be. Angelina Jolie played Lara in the 2001 movie Lara Croft Tomb Raider and its 2003 sequel Lara Croft Tomb Raider The Cradle of Life. The films are based on the Tomb Raider video game series, which debuted in 1996. Director Roar Uthaug told IGN this month, I think making Lara Croft feel like a real human being, that's definitely something we want to bring to the big screen as well. I think we'll want to make people relate to Lara as a character. Uthaug confirmed the reboot will be an origin story similar to the 2013 video game Tomb Raider. Ridley is presently filming Star Wars Episode 8, which opens in theaters December 15, 2017. Batman villains the Joker and the Riddler were almost added to Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, according to director Zack Snyder. Snyder explained to the Collider Sunday during a press junket for the upcoming superhero epic, the Joker and the Riddler both came close to being in the movie. We talked about the possibility of putting them in. He also added, screenwriter Chris Terrio and I talked about it a lot and felt that their mythological presence is felt in the movie, and that's cool, but I didn't want to get my eye too far off the ball because I needed to spend the time, frankly, with Batman and Superman to understand the conflict, continuing citing a need to focus more on the film's titular heroes. After Dawn of Justice bows on March 25th, audiences will get to experience the Joker in DC Comics' new cinematic universe in the upcoming villain ensemble film Suicide Squad, which stars Jared Leto as the famed clown prince of crime. The Riddler was last portrayed by Jim Carrey in 1995's Batman Forever. The Joker will most likely be addressed in the film, however, as trailers have revealed a Robin suit vandalized with green spray paint with the words, haha, joke's on you, Batman. The synopsis for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice reads, fearing the actions of a godlike superhero left unchecked, Gotham City's own formidable and forceful vigilante takes on Metropolis' most revered modern-day savior, while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. And with Batman and Superman at war with each other, a new threat quickly arises, putting mankind in greater danger than it has ever known before. The Jungle Book stars get close to their on-screen characters in an all-new set of promos for the forthcoming Disney movie. Idris Elba, Lupita Nyong'o, and Scarlett Johansson are among the voice actors who pose with their on-screen animals to promote the live-action adaptation. Elba voices Shere Khan, a tiger who bears the scars of man, which fuels his hatred of humans. He's convinced a human boy, Mowgli, played by Neil Sethi, poses a threat and determines to rid the jungle of the man cub. The 43-year-old British actor says Shere Khan reigns with fear. He terrorizes everyone he encounters because he comes from a place of fear. Nyong'o voices Rasha, a wolf who adopts Mowgli after he's abandoned in the jungle as an infant. The character raises Mowgli as if he's one of her own pups and protects him from Shere Khan. The 33-year-old Mexican-Kenyan actress said she is the protector, the eternal mother. The word Rashi actually means protection in Hindi. I felt really connected to that, wanting to protect a son that isn't originally hers, but one she's taken for her own. Johansson, meanwhile, voices Rai, a python who uses her voice and hypnotic gaze to entrance Mowgli into her captivating embrace. The 31-year-old actress said Rai seduces and traps Mowgli with her storytelling. She's the mirror into Mowgli's past. The way she moves is very alluring and coquettish. The Jungle Book is based on Rudyard Kipling's story collection of the same name and was previously adapted as a 1967 animated Disney film. The studio released a first live-action remake with Jason Scott Lee as Magali in 1994. Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, and Christopher Walken also have voice roles in the new movie. The film is directed by actor and elf Helmer Jon Favreau and opens in theaters April 15th. The Season 6 finale of The Walking Dead will be 90 minutes instead of its usual 60 minutes, AMC announced. Michael Cutlitz, who plays tough guy Abraham on the zombie apocalypse drama, tweeted, "'Cause 1 hour isn't enough to fit all the feels." The season capper is expected to introduce the much-talked-about villain Negan, who will be played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. In the comic books on which the TV show is based, Negan kills a beloved character literally right off the bat. It is unclear whether the series, which frequently departs from its source materials, will retain the gut-wrenching plot point. The cast also includes Laura Cohen, Dana Guerrera, Andrew Lincoln, Melissa McBride, Norman Reedus, and Stephen Yang. Game of Thrones showrunner David Benioff and Dan Weiss are excited for fans to experience the hit drama's upcoming 6th season, calling it, quote, "the best one we've done." The writing duo spoke with Entertainment Weekly Monday about Season 6 and how, despite being so close to the show, they feel this may be their best work yet. Benioff said, when asked how he felt after viewing near final cuts of the season's planned 10 episodes, "Dan and I talked about this a lot. This is not us trying to hype it. Usually there's an episode or two we're kind of nervous about that didn't turn out as well as we hope. This season there is not a weak episode." He continued by saying, "We have great directors who knew what they were doing, paired with excellent directors of photography. We thought at the script stage it might be our strongest season. Then the episodes came in better than we hoped." He also added, "We're also reluctant to say it's the best season yet because so much of that is in the eyes of the beholder. And Dan and I are so close to that it is impossible to be unbiased. But that, my sense, watching them all together now, this is the best one we've done. It's also the one I'm proudest of." Season 6 is expected to wrap up several cliffhangers from Season 5, such as the fate of protagonist Jon Snow. Recently, actor Ian McShane, who joined Game of Thrones for Season 6, hinted at what's to come, saying that his character is, quote, "responsible for bringing somebody back that you think you're never going to see again." After fans accused McShane of revealing spoilers, the 73-year-old responded, "You say the slightest thing and the internet goes ape. I was accused of giving the plot away, but I just think, get a life, it's only about dragons." Game of Thrones Season 6 premiered April 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on HBO. Tim Roth and Samantha Morton have begun filming the BBC's 3-part television drama Rillington Place in Scotland. The miniseries is based on the real-life murders committed by John Christie in London's Notting Hill district in the 40s and 50s. A press release noted the subsequent tragedy of miscarriage of justice, which led to Timothy Evans being hanged for a crime he did not commit, contributed towards the abolition of capital punishment in Britain. The Hateful Eight alum Roth plays John Christie, and Minority Report actress Morton plays his wife Ethel. Rounding out the ensemble are Nico Melagero and Jodie Comer as newlyweds who fall prey to Christie's influence after moving into a neighborhood flat. Morton remarked, "I'm very much looking forward to being part of Rillington Place with wonderful director Craig Virios in Glasgow, a city I love. And I'm, of course, a huge fan of Tim Roth, so it's a thrill to be working alongside him." Writers Ed Whitmore and Tracy Malone said in the joint statement, "This is a story you just can't look away from. An unlikely serial killer who orchestrated a devastating miscarriage of justice. It has drawn us in at every turn and has attracted an incredibly exciting level of talent who are committed as we are bringing this to life." Charlize Theron, Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain, Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, Olivia Munn, and Gigi Hadid were the first celebrities named as presenters for the 2016 MTV Movie Awards ceremony. Additional presenters and performers will be announced at a later date, the cable television network said Monday. The gala is to be hosted by Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart on April 10th. The event will take place outdoors on the Warner Brothers backlot in Burbank, California. A Florida jury awarded Hulk Hogan $25 million in punitive damage Monday against Gawker Media. The award comes 2 days after they awarded him $115 million for compensatory damages for the posting of Hogan's sex tape. The punitive damage decision comes at the close of a 2-week trial in which Hogan was awarded a total of $140.1 million after proving his claims that Gawker's October 2012 posting of the video was an invasion of his privacy, violated his publicity rights, and inflicted great emotional distress. Gawker is required to pay $15 million Gawker owner Nick Denton is to pay $10 million, and $100,000 will come from former Gawker editor-in-chief A.J. Delario. The huge amount of the award follows the judge's instructions that it should send a message to Gawker and similar publications about how to handle such stories, yet not be so much that it would single-handedly put Gawker out of business. Gawker's defense was the posting was protected by the First Amendment in a newsworthy story, but Hogan's right to privacy outweighed their argument. Gawker Media owns Gawker.com, Gizmodo.com, and other publications. Heather Dietrich, Gawker's president and general counsel, said in a statement, "There's so much this jury deserves to know, unfortunately, that the appeals court does indeed know. So we are confident we will win this case, ultimately based not only on the law, but also the truth." Jurors deliberated for about 3 hours on Monday before awarding Hogan, whose real name is Terry Bollea. Actress Olivia Wilde raised awareness for Down syndrome in a new public service announcement in honor of World Down Syndrome's Day on Monday. The touching video features Wilde as a woman with Down syndrome taking part in everyday activities such as enjoying time with family, watching television, and exercising as Anna Rose Rubright, a college student and Special Olympics athlete with Down syndrome, narrates. Rubright says at the end, as the camera pans to reveal that Wilde is portraying her in the video, "I see myself as an ordinary person with an important, meaningful, beautiful life. This is how I see myself. How do you see me?" Directed by Reed Morano, who has worked with Wilde on Meadowland and vinyl, the PSA was created by Coors Down, an Italian organization for people with Down syndrome. Coors Down president Sergio Silverstreet explained to ABC News, "A real problem for people with Down syndrome is the way people look at them because of their condition. The metaphor in the video aims to show people with Down syndrome see themselves, with revealing the inherent prejudice and discrimination that they face based on society's preconceptions and stereotypical low expectations." Rubright added, "I want people to try and respect people with Down syndrome and see how smart they are." Sia released her latest project with teenage dance sensation Maddie Ziegler on Sunday. The 40-year-old Australian singer enlisted the 13-year-old American dancer for her Cheap Thrills music video after collaborating with Ziegler on Chandelier. The video sees Ziegler perform a synchronized dance with two other performers. The trio wears matching nude leotards with attached bustles as they dance and make exaggerated faces for the camera. Cheap Thrills appears on Zia's album This Is Acting, which is composed of songs she wrote that were rejected by other artists. The singer told Rolling Stone magazine last year Cheap Thrills was originally intended for Rihanna. She said, "I realized just as soon as I was cutting it that it sounded a little bit too Brit-pop for her. We did actually send it to her, but they passed on it, and I just couldn't stop listening to it in the car." Ziegler also appeared in Zia's video Elastic Heart and Big Girls Don't Cry. The teenager came to fame on Lifetime's reality series Dance Moms and will serve as a judge on Fox's reality competition So You Think You Can Dance: The Next Generation. And speaking of Rihanna, her latest album, Anti, is back atop the Billboard album charts at number 1 for a second time. Featuring Rihanna's hit single with Drake entitled Work, Anti placed first with an additional 54,000 equivalent album units sold for the week ending March 17th. With only 17,000 of those units accounting for pure album sales, Anti's success is a tribute to the popularity of Work, which has stayed number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for 4 weeks in a row. The singer's 8th studio album has previously topped the charts in February once it was released in stores after it was only available exclusively on music streaming service Tidal in January. Anti marks Rihanna's second album to hit number 1 following her 2012 release Unapologetic. All previous studio albums have charted the Billboard's top 10, with Anti being the only project to spend 2 weeks in the top spot. Rounding out the rest of the Billboard albums charts is Adele 25 in second place with 51,000 units sold, and Justin Bieber's Purpose in third with 48,000 units sold. Rihanna is also making headlines for her stunned reaction following a fan's performance during a concert Saturday in Cincinnati as part of her Anti-World Tour. While performing her single 4-5 Seconds, Rihanna allowed a fan in the audience, Rod Stewart, to sing along with her. Fan video taken during the concert shows Stewart impressing Rihanna and those in attendance with his singing voice. An Ohio State University administrator, Stewart commented on the moment on Twitter saying, "Y'all don't understand how long I've been riding for at Rihanna. I will never forget this. She followed me too." Justin Bieber sent fans into a frenzy by sharing a throwback kiss photo of Selena Gomez over the weekend. The 22-year-old Canadian singer posted an old picture of himself kissing the 23-year-old actress Saturday on Instagram and later captioned the snapshot "feels." The photograph received more than 2.8 million likes and generated more than 755,000 comments. News outlets report Gomez liked the picture, with some saying she also commented "perfect." Bieber and Gomez were on-again, off-again couple for several years before splitting again in 2014. The singer discussed the possibility of getting back together with Gomez on the Ellen DeGeneres show in November. He said, "We have a lot of history together, so it could possibly happen. I think we're both just in our own journeys, figuring out once we figure ourselves out, we could maybe come together and make an awesome duo." Gomez was less enthusiastic in the March issue of W magazine, saying, "I'm so exhausted. I honestly am so done. I care about his health and well-being, but I can't do it anymore." The actress admitted to still having love for Bieber in 2014. Bieber, who was last linked to model Hailey Baldwin, who denied she and the singer are in an exclusive couple in February. Gomez, meanwhile, appears to resume her romance with Samuel Cross in January. And a related story, Justin Bieber shared a selfie recently along rocker Marilyn Manson. Posted to Instagram Sunday, the pic comes after the two musicians paid tribute to each other by wearing t-shirts of one another on social media. Bieber captioned the black and white picture, which featured the pop star and Manson standing close as they pouted their lips for the camera, "Night out in LA with the boys." On Thursday, Manson had taken a solo selfie wearing a black Justin Bieber shirt and aviator sunglasses. He wrote, "Bigger than Bieber," referencing the Manson shirt Bieber was seen wearing back in July that reads, "Bigger than Satan." Bieber is currently on tour to promote his new best-selling album, Purpose. On Saturday, he caused a stir on social media again when he shared a throwback photo of himself and Selena Gomez kissing with the caption "feels." Manson has recently announced a joint North American tour with the rock band Slipknot that starts this summer. Taylor Swift was front and center at boyfriend Calvin Harrison's recent Las Vegas show. The 26-year-old American singer showed her support for the 32-year-old Scottish DJ by enlisting several friends, including brother Austin Swift and model Carly Kloss, to attend Harrison's show at the Omnia nightclub in Caesar's Palace. Swift was spotted singing and dancing with her siblings Kloss, actress Saraya, and singer Todrick Hall. The group shared videos on social media, including a clip of Swift and Hall dancing to Rihanna's song "We Found Love," which Harris wrote and produced. Hall captioned the video on Instagram, "Last night was epic. Thank you at Taylor Swift for being the sweetest human on earth. Such a freaking blast." A source told E! News Taylor wasn't on her phone and was just living in the moment. Toddy danced like there was no tomorrow, just like Taylor did. Swift and Harris reportedly hit it off in 2015's Brit Awards and celebrated their one-year anniversary as a couple this month. Harris gave the singer a gold locket to mark the occasion, and the pair later embarked on a romantic getaway. An insider told E! They both have time off from their insanely busy schedules this past year and wanted to go somewhere away from it all to chill out. This was also part of their anniversary presents to each other. Swift last released in 1989 and 2014 and performed at actress Reese Witherspoon's 40th birthday party over the weekend. Harris released his fourth studio album, Motion, in 2014. Music legend Prince will publish his autobiography in fall 2017, his publisher announced. The memoir, tentatively titled The Beautiful Ones, is promised to be, quote, an unconventional and poetic journey through his life and creative work, and, quote, the stories behind the music that changed the world, publishers Spiegel and Graz said in a statement. The publisher is an imprint of Random House. The 57-year-old Rock and Roll Hall of Famer told the audiences at a music industry event last week that his brother Dan is helping him with the first edits of the book, but what will be covered exactly is not clear. He said, "We are starting from the beginning, from my first memory, and hopefully we can go all the way up to the Super Bowl." Prince's first hit came in 1978 and began a career that has so far spanned 5 decades, sold millions of records, and earned him 7 Grammys, a Golden Globe, and an Oscar. Spiegel and Greta executive editor Chris Jackson said, "Millions of words have been written about Prince, but we're thrilled to be publishing Prince's powerful reflection on his own life in his own incandescently vivid, witty, and poetic voice." The book could detail his rise in the Minneapolis-St. Paul scene in the 1970s, the many women in his life, his public battle with Warner Brothers, and the making of classic 1980s album Purple Rain. The memoir will come after Prince's recent string of solo piano and microphone performances, where he has begun to share stories about his life, and a recent show included a tribute to his late muse, Vanity. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2007, News Corporation and NBC announced new web deal. In a long-anticipated challenge to websites like the popular video sharing site YouTube, two entertainment giants, News Corporation and NBC Universal, announced a high-stakes internet venture on this date in 2007. According to the terms of the deal, News Corporation, owned by the Australian media mogul Rupert Murdoch, and NBC, a unit of General Electric company, would begin distributing their own programming on popular websites such as American Online, Yahoo, MySpace, and Microsoft's internet portal MSN. News Corp and NBC also plan to make video of TV shows and movies available on separate websites. The site would be supported by advertisers and free to viewers who could edit the available content and post their own, as well as buy downloads of movies made by 20th Century Fox and Universal Studios. By allowing users to upload and video stream videos, YouTube, which was bought by Google Incorporation in 2006 for $1.65 billion, entered into tense relations with media companies who became angry when copyright materials such as television shows, film clips, and music videos turned up on the site without their permission. In the face of YouTube's enormous success, TV networks were forced to adjust their traditional formula to embrace the rise of new media technologies. In one particular notable example, in 2006, a YouTube user uploaded Lazy Sunday, a clip from NBC's sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live that quickly became a sensation online as millions of users viewed it, then forwarded it to their friends. Initially angry in the copyright infringement, NBC soon realized the potential of the site to drum up awareness of their programming and soon agreed to add more of its clips in the YouTube library. The NBC News Corp deal in March 2007 represented a larger-scale attempt by the two media companies to exert greater control over the distribution of their video material online. The result of the deal was the online video site Hulu, launched to a selected group of users in the fall of 2007 and to the general public in the spring of 2008. Other media companies have chosen to deal with the challenge of YouTube in a different way. In the spring of 2007, Viacom Inc., the owner of Comedy Central, MTV, and VH1 and other cable channels, filed a $1 billion lawsuit against the video sharing site. The mammoth case was by far the most significant challenge over YouTube's alleged violation of intellectual property rights to date. Whatever its outcome, the case will certainly play an important role in defining the terms of an entertainment universe that has been radically changed by the rise of new media. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.